Hello, hello to all you beautiful Earth Angels, wherever and whenever you may be listening to the show across the entire globe. Today is Monday, February 25th, 2019, and I'm your host, Shishi O'Donnell, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. I'm a life, love, and relationship coach, divine lifestyle consultant, certified angel therapy practitioner, and much more. And you're now listening to International Angels Network. We are a show that explores angels, healing, metaphysics, and other empowering topics. And we are a live call-in show, so give us a ring, 453-9162. That is 1-516-453-9162. You can also Skype into the show for free from anywhere around the world. You'll see a Skype icon on the Blog Talk website while we're live on air. Make sure you press 1 on your phone keypad or Skype keypad if you'd like to speak with me or our guest, and then you will be in the queue. International Angels Network is now sponsored by Audible. You can get a free audiobook of your choice today by visiting audibletrial.com/International Angels with an S. I am so honored and excited to have a powerful guest with us today, Leanne, the Barefoot Medium. Leanne is a gifted and highly sought-after international medium, channel, twin flame, transformational coach, and author who brings her cheeky, honest, and compassionate personality to supporting others and connecting with their loved ones who've crossed over. And she helps to transform all areas of their lives as well, and teaches people how to grow into more love for themselves as well as for others. She has been blessed to blend and connect with thousands of loved ones in spirit who've come through over the years, whether in individual settings, small and large group settings, as well as through many forms of media to share their messages of peace, forgiveness, support, joy, and love. And she brings together aspects of intuitive guidance with her experience working with the law of attraction and over 20 years in senior management, project development, mentoring, and teaching to share knowledge and practical techniques to support people in their personal, professional, and spiritual development. Welcome to the show, Leanne.
Thank you so much, Shishi. It's such an honor to be here with yourself and your listeners on International Angels Network.
It's so great to have you. And even though I just said it was February 25th, I understand since you're in Australia, it's actually February 26th, where you are.
It is indeed. It's Tuesday at about 12 o'clock lunchtime here. So
how does it feel to be living in the future?
It feels fantastic. I'm here in the beautiful sunshine and barefoot and connecting with people all over the globe, which is amazing to be able to do.
Good. So beautiful. And how did you decide to call yourself the Barefoot Medium? Obviously, you really are true to your name since you really are barefoot right now.
I always explain it like I came into the world without shoes. I'm going out of the world without them. And when I connect with spirit and when I connect to particularly people's passed over loved ones, it was like my signal to my guides and to the loved ones in spirit to say, okay, I'm ready for you now. You can connect in.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So that I didn't get overwhelmed with, the seeing, hearing, feeling and connecting with people in my everyday life. So it was my way of going, okay, I'm going to flick the switch on. You can start talking and communicating with me now.
So how did you first start communicating with the other side?
I've had my abilities or my skills, whatever you want to call it, since I was a young child. I would see, hear, feel, and know that spirit was around me and would experience, little sparkly lights or shadows in my bedroom. I didn't really know what it was at the time and had to work out how I work and what it is and how I needed to work with it. So I've had it all my life, and my strongest way of sensing spirit is through my feel. So spirit often connects with me through emotions or physical sensations in my body first, and then I see, hear, and know other information as they come in. But it's been a journey to learn how to connect and communicate in a different language.
So when would you say you had like your first spiritual awakening?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you've been connected forever, but at some point we have realization. Yeah, so as a child I had the ability, and looking back now I know all of those experiences, but when I think I was about 30, I had a very dear friend of mine pass very suddenly in a car accident. And not long before he passed, I'd had an experience with him, and saying goodbye to him, I remember looking at him and saying to my sister, that was really strange, and I didn't know why. And then about 2 weeks afterwards, I found out he'd been killed in a car accident, and about a month after that, he came to me in a visitation, I guess you'd call it, and it was like I was on the telephone to him, and he was clearly talking to me, clearly connecting with me, letting me know he was okay and that he was there. And that was my real first, I guess, adult experience or awakening, as you call it, with connecting with loved ones who've passed over, and it just opened me back up. Wow. And that's so powerful that you felt it that strong. And I know you went to school for criminology with one of your things. You have a very, varied educational background, including a master's degree in education. But at some point you studied criminology. Where did that interest come from?
I did. I have always watched things like CSI and the crime shows and read books about true crime stories. I've just had an interest in that. And when I worked at a university doing some administration for a long time and decided to do some studies. So I did psychology and criminology, and just brought that together. And it really does benefit my mediumship now, because criminology is all about facts and evidence, and the police dealing with crimes and particularly homicide and missing persons cases. It's all about facts and evidence, and my criminology background really reminds me to bring through that facts and evidence so that people know their loved one is still around.
Did you ever work as like a psychic detective?
I've done some studies with that, and I've worked on a couple of cases and looking at stepping into that further in the future when the time. Yeah.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, because I saw you were on a show about that on your website, and I just thought that's pretty fascinating. So
it is.
Now you're a full-time medium, and you help people, and you're also a twin flame expert and a coach. And
I am.
That is one of the most kind of challenging things that I've come across with people getting their hearts broken over people they thought were their twin flame. Everything was the same and perfect, and then they have these breakdowns and problems or breakup, and their hearts are broken, and this is a really common theme. And I do think twin flame romance is one of the most misunderstood in the metaphysical world. So I would love to hear your take on and understanding of it, if you're open to sharing.
Absolutely. So for me, the twin flame journey, I guess you would call it, is all about, and it is all about coming back to who we are as a true, authentic soul and a whole and complete and connected being. when people talk about a twin flame from a relationship or, soulmate perspective, I guess is the other term, what they're really talking about is wanting their ultimate romantic soulmate. Now, from my perspective, a soulmate, we have many different soulmates in our lifetime, and they can serve many different purposes. So there's a companion soulmate who are those friends in our life that we just have that connection with. They're companions, they're friends. We don't know how we know things about them and we connect, but we just do. We then have our karmic soulmates, which can be a family member, a boss or a colleague or a romantic partner who come into our lives to help us balance karma. And what that means is to heal or move through old wounds, old hurts, old pains, and to learn and grow into more love for ourselves. And we've then got our romantic soulmate, which is what, most people come to a psychic or a medium for. When am I going to meet my soulmate? And the romantic soulmate is that life partner, whether male or female, whatever that looks like for you, who you create a family with often and are in that romantic connection. For me, a twin flame is all of the above. They're karmic, they're companion, and they're romantic. But their job is to help us connect more with who we are and to support us into growing into more love for self. And we could be with our soulmate in the physical world, or our twin flame in the physical world, or we may not be. Because when we're in so-called separation, we're learning, growing, we're healing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's some people say that your twin flame is your soul that's separated in the masculine element of you, and that you are only with your twin flame on your last lifetime on Earth, which means you really burned through all the karma. And so what are your feelings on that?
I think we're whole and complete beings individually. And I think our souls have DNA memory, energetic memory of our past lifetimes, no matter which lifetime we're currently in. I don't believe, and I believe that we each have the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy within us. And so I think our twin flame comes into the world as a divine complete being with masculine and feminine qualities, and I don't think that necessarily has to be coming together in our last lifetime, because lifetimes are infinite. How do we know?
Yeah, we go on for infinity. So.
Exactly. So I don't know that resonates for me. I think we come back and we learn and grow in every lifetime.
And that's why I'm saying it can be confusing, because there's so much misinformation and so many different takes on it going out into the ethers through many different teachers, and a lot of people are confused. And
exactly.
we're limited by the English language, our language too, to understand these high level spiritual principles such as we're all one and we are eternal, limitless, and free. And these things it's almost not understandable by the human mind. So we have all these semantics that are confusing, like twin flame, soulmate, soul group. We do our best to explain things, but really it is a little bit confusing. You can understand.
And I so agree with you on that. I so agree.
Yeah. So you're a twin flame coach. Is that what you would call yourself? Or
I am a twin flame coach. So I support people to move through love, relationship, soulmate, or twin flame journeys, whatever that looks like, sounds like, or feels like for them.
And you made some beautiful oracle cards that are on that theme, twin flame oracle cards. What inspired that?
I have. And so for me, it was about my own journey through love relationships and, you know, the healing or the hurt and the pain that comes with some relationships and what that learning was for me. And I just wanted something to support me and guide me in what I needed to learn in my relationships, whether it was with my romantic partner, my friends, my family. And I couldn't find a set of oracle cards or tarot cards that really fit that purpose. And I just started receiving downloads from Spirit with, well, create your own deck and here's what they look like. And then they appeared.
Did you work with some artists, or you found art and asked for permission, or how did you go about that?
I found artwork and asked for permission, so I have all the copyright on all of those images, and I created them myself.
Yay! Was that a difficult process, or it happened pretty easily?
No, it happened pretty easily. So one of the things that I'm blessed to have learnt in my time working for a university is a little bit of IT and how to do graphic design and website stuff. So it was pretty easy for me.
Awesome. So you also not only translate for people, you know, loved ones' messages from the other side, but you empower people to be able to communicate with their own, you know, guides, angels, and deceased loved ones. And do you teach classes in that, or is it coaching?
I do.
Teach classes? Wonderful. So tell me more.
I teach courses in how to connect with your intuition, firstly, which is about how you can work with your own knowing and your own internal GPS on directions and practical steps to take in your life. And that's around the everyday, whether that's your personal life or your other areas of your life, and really just allowing them to knowing what fits and feels right for them. So
sorry to interrupt you. Did you just cover the microphone a little bit? It's a little hard to hear you all of a sudden. Did you change your position?
I'm sorry about that. I just had someone knock on the front door.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
You're fine now.
Sorry about that. So, yeah.
No worries. So that's interesting.
So I teach people how to connect with their own internal knowing, as well as then stepping into doing psychic readings, whether that's through oracle cards, pendulums, auras, chakras, etc., and then through mediumship and how to connect with people's passed over loved ones.
So beautiful. That is actually how I became started on my spiritual path. It was my sister passed away suddenly at the age of 20 from a fever of unknown origin, and that was so shocking to me that it made me, you know, go through this soul-searching time, like you can die any day, what am I here for? And I had kind of a crisis, and I had a spiritual awakening out of that after I reevaluated all my beliefs and came to on my path. That was 1998. So it's interesting how often I talk to others who started communicating with the other side and doing more metaphysical things after someone they know has passed away. Do you find that to be true for you?
It is often true with a lot of the clients or people that I work with have often experienced a loved one passing and then want to learn more about where they've gone, I guess you'd say, and what they're doing or how they're feeling. Are they okay? Are they at peace? And so I find that people start getting curious about the spiritual once they've had the experience of grief and loss of a loved one in the physical world.
Do you think that our deceased loved ones can help us over here from the other side?
Absolutely. So I know that our loved ones are simply a thought away, and we can think about them, ask them questions, ask them for help and guidance with challenges or problems that we might be experiencing. And they'll often leave little clues or guidances or messages or information that we kind of follow like crumbs, I guess, and take one step at a time if we're open to it. So they absolutely help us. They absolutely support us and are with us, and they're only a thought away.
Yeah, it just reminds me of one of my friends. I'm a singer-songwriter. One of my friends had passed away, and I felt this inspiration to go on Craigslist at that time and look for gigs offered for music, looking for vocalists. And I ran across this Italian producer, and he loved one of my songs, Shishi Land, and asked if he could do a remix with me, and we recorded a few songs together. Anyways, that remix ended up doing really well on the Beatport. That's the DJ site with all the kind of like house music tracks. It was number 3 for like 5 weeks all worldwide, which is really amazing.
Wow.
So, and I really strongly got, and I felt my writing partner who had passed away on the other side just being like, see, I just set it up for you. I mean, I absolutely felt his energy from the other side saying he was helping me. And same with my sister who passed away. I've often felt her being involved. She has a good sense of humor, but she laughs at me a lot too. But I feel like she's trying to help me, trying to help me navigate things on planet Earth. So it's interesting that they, just like angels, they can help us, in the physical world.
Absolutely. And, I think that, the more open we are to hearing, sensing, feeling, or knowing that they're around us, the easier it is for them to come through and for us to know what they're trying to get through to us to help and support us. And it may not make sense to us in the physical world like you talked about. And I'm sure some of the people listening to the show today will have experienced synchronicities or things that just happen by chance, or you run into a certain person, that you didn't expect to. And that's part of our angels or our loved ones guiding us to be somewhere at a certain time so that things fall in place for us.
Isn't that amazing how it's all kind of like divinely set up, and how much are our angels and guides doing behind the scenes to kind of inspire someone else? Oh, go to Starbucks right now. She's there. Oh, go right now. Oh, mister, we got to do a whole nother thing tomorrow. I kind of often picture them and all the stuff they're doing to help us fulfill our mission, and it's very interesting.
It is very interesting, and I often see it like a really big jigsaw puzzle where it's like, oh, move this piece around and we'll put this piece here and at this time and that time. And so, things like missing a bus or not getting to a place you meant to go to on time can often be divinely guided because there's something there at a different time for you. And us in our physical world, we think, oh my God, I'm late. In that spiritual jigsaw puzzle, we're exactly where we're meant to be at the right time.
Yes, and that's a beautiful thing to know that in all this chaos, there is a divine organized design. Or as some people call it, the acronym for God, Grand Organized Design, GOD. So I was wondering about, as far as you working in many different levels, what do you most enjoy about what you do?
I love variety. So I love the fact that I can bring in my coaching background and my professional experience in management to help people with their businesses. I'm, blessed to be able to support people to reconnect with loved ones who've passed over and to know that they're still around and they're at peace and bring through whatever healing messages they might have or the love or the joy they might have for people. I just love the variety and seeing the transformation that people get from those connections.
I agree. I love not just doing one thing, but I also have a similar offering. I do coaching, I do readings, I do voice lessons, I do all kinds of things, and I love having a variety. And I also teach workshops, and it's fun to not just do the same thing. I'm a Gemini. I need to do a million things. I like to be
I have
expressed.
2 Geminis in my life, so I understand that.
You get it, yes. So I know you're up to, I know you have a big festival coming up. You mentioned that in an email. What are you up to in the next few weeks? What's going on in your life? Any big projects?
So, yeah, I have a number of things happening this year and doing a very big festival here in Brisbane, Australia next week, where I get to jump on stage and connect people with their loved ones and bring through messages of guidance and support for every day, and also do some teaching, and I'm running some retreats as well. So, and I'm designing websites in the background for a couple of my business coaching clients. So I've got lots going on at the moment, which is amazing. And I'm so blessed and grateful to be able to do that.
That's beautiful. I agree. So what is the best way for people who are interested in working with you? What's the best way to reach you?
The best way for them to reach me is through my website, thebarefootmedium.com.au, or they can connect with me through Facebook, Leanne the Barefoot Medium, and all my other details are on my website and how they can connect with me by phone or email, etc., through there.
Wonderful. So if you are listening, in about 4 minutes or so, we're going to be taking live calls for readings, for a mini angel reading from me or a reading from Leanne to help you, connect you with the other side. Feel free to call in 516-453-9162 and press 1 to be in the queue. But before we start taking calls, I just wanted to ask Leanne, do you see or do you hear my sister Maureen? Does she have any messages for me, the one who passed away at age 20?
Yeah, so I know you mentioned before we started that your sister had passed, and the first thing that I got when you said that was, did she have some problems with her tummy area before she passed? Was there an issue with like stress, anxiety, or a physical issue in the stomach?
She had kind of like all her major organs fail like very quickly from this illness. And I know her stomach was involved.
Was there a significance with the stomach?
It was her lungs collapsed, so maybe that's what you're feeling. I mean,
the first thing she wanted me to go to was the stomach.
Okay.
Okay,
so and I something in the stomach, yeah.
Yeah. So and I can feel that sense of tiredness, and I feel quite exhausted, and I feel like I've had quite a bit of medication or treatment going on. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I just want to take this big breath and go, I feel like, yeah.
Mhm.
Just taking a breath, and I want to say that that's how I felt when I finally left this earth. I felt like it was just a big breath and I went, and it was peaceful. And I want to say that the word I wrote down is messy, and I had throat issues and shoulder and neck pain. Have you got a problem with your shoulder or your neck at the moment?
Did you say messy?
Messy?
Is that the first thing you said? Or just
that's
I
the
thought
first
that you
thing
said messy shoulder and neck. Okay, messy is my number one problem. That's what caused me and my boyfriend to break up temporarily on Friday. So that's amazing that she knows that. And she had the same problem because we had the same mom who's like a hoarder garage sale mom. So, yes, she knows.
So that was the first thing I wrote down was messy, throat issues, shoulder and neck. And part of that is around support and speaking up for yourself. So I feel like I want to say from her that it's time for you to get the support you need in relationships and to speak up for yourself. And what she's saying is if it's messy, it's not for you anymore. And I'm seeing her wave her finger, and it's almost like, what would you say to one of your clients? She's very cheeky, isn't she?
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like I have the most brilliant advice for all my clients and coaching clients and readings, and then in my own life, I'm like, I could use some of my own advice for sure.
And
that makes total sense.
The same for all of us, and it's about, living that practical life as well, isn't it, and having those experiences. So what she's really wanting to get across to you is that it's time for you to have an easy, supportive relationship where you're allowed to be all of who you are.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That makes total sense. And part about just dealing with being on planet Earth, just practical things, that's my number one issues. I'm great, like, flying around in the sky as an angel, but groundedness, like being organized with my belongings, finances, and eating schedule and all that stuff, that's hard for me, or it has been up until now, a challenge. So it's one thing to be all airy-fairy and have all the most beautiful other side messages and be really spiritual in the top 3 chakras, but if you're not really getting grounded and getting clarity with just everyday stuff, it's time to regroup. And that's what I'm kind of in the middle of doing, is like taking stock of where's my energy going, and self-love, the time it takes to do things for myself, like staying organized in my room and staying organized with my eating and planning meals and all that stuff. That's all foreign to me, and it's definitely time.
Yeah, perfect.
So, okay, well, thank you so much for that message, Leanne. And we're going to be taking calls soon, so please give us a call right now at 516-453-9162 and press 1 to be in the queue. And listen to International Angels Network 6 days a week, where we explore everything metaphysical, spiritual, mystical, and much more. And we also take your calls for angel messages live on the air. If you're not able to join us live, you can catch the archived podcast on iTunes, Pinterest, Potable, Player FM, Castbox, Podtail, Podchaser, Stitcher, and Google Play, as well as YouTube Live. So if you're searching for a spiritual practitioner, we invite you to check out the International Angels Network directory: readings, energy healing, teachers, mentors, coaches, metaphysical online stores for the mind, body, and spirit. With today's technology, it makes it possible for you to work with anyone in the directory. If you'd like to participate and be listed, please visit internationalangelsnetwork.com/directory. Also, we invite you to go to YouTube, search International Angels Network, and make sure to subscribe and tap and click on the bell icon to get notifications. For every 100th subscriber, you will be entered into a drawing for free gifts. I'm Angel Shishi O'Donnell, and I love empowering people through my one-on-one Divine Life coaching program, and also helping people connect with their angels and guides and get peace of mind through my angel readings. For more information on my readings, events, and coaching packages, please visit my website, divineguidancereadings.com, or you can follow or friend me on social media. I'm Angel Shishi on Instagram, and Shishi O'Donnell with a hyphen, SHE O'Donnell on Facebook. So now it's time to take some readings. And we have Tim from New York. Tim, are you available? Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, Tim. How are you? What can we do for you tonight?
Oh, hey, yeah. I just was. I just want to say that you and I are the same in the organization with my space and finances, which I am going to tackle this. I feel like I need to bring in some more good energy, feng shui, and getting organized is a key to that. But I had a question for Leanne about. I'm trying to find some direction, change jobs and careers, let go of the old fear-based programming. So I've been trying to meditate consistently, trying to do a chakra meditation and do like 15 minutes just with some binaural beats, music, trying to zone out, concentrate, asking for my guides for assistance. So if you have any messages for me, greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tim. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Rudy.
Okay, so the first thing I want to say to you is I feel like I love how you talk about getting organized in your house and in that environment. And what I'm hearing your angels and your guides say to you is that once you start clearing up that physical, you'll start hearing them a little bit better because you've got great intuition. And so what I'm being guided to ask you is, what's your washing like, your laundry? So do you leave it in a pile on the floor and leave it until the last minute to deal with, or do you deal with it as you go along? Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I'm thankful to have, you said laundry, right? I'm thankful to have
Yes.
a washer and dryer in my apartment. So I just throw it in a pile in a bag or a pile on the floor, and then weekly I just do it.
Okay, because what I'm hearing your guide say is how you deal with your washing is how you deal with your life issues or your laundry. And so it's almost like we get all these issues piling up towards the end of the week and we deal with them later. So what they want you to do is be more present to dealing with things as they come up in the moment and clear it.
That makes perfect sense. I kind of let things fester until I have to,
Yeah, and so what they're saying is to help you with where you want to go both personally and professionally, I feel like we need to shift your pattern around how you deal with problems that come up.
Very accurate.
Okay, and so once you can start to just like feel into if something feels like it's stuck or hard or blocked, I feel like I want you to stop. Take a breath and ask yourself, is this the direction I want to go in? And then you'll get an intuitive knowing about whether you want to move that way or not. But you're on the right path.
Okay.
Okay, and, so they're just saying deal with those things as they come up in a different way.
Got it.
And Tim, for you, I got just, you are very psychic, you are very connected, and it says your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. The prayer is, please help me to clearly hear, feel, see, and know that the divine guidance I've asked and prayed for is real. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so that your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. So really trust yourself. You are connected, and then it's just taking the divinely guided action steps in that now moment.
Got it.
So
okay,
thank you for your call, love, and good luck to us getting more organized.
You got it.
We
Thank
can
you very
do
much.
it. Okay, thank you. So we have Mary from New York on the line. Mary, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello. How can we help you today, Mary?
I also have a question about my career. I've been up for this job, and there's been somewhat of a delay. And then when I followed up today, I did get a response saying, "Hey, well, the HR person would like to have a conversation with me about the search in detail." And I thought, oh well, that sounds promising actually, because if she wanted to reject me, she could have just easily done so over email very quickly. And so I was just wondering what you're picking up and if I'm going to get an offer.
I feel you are going to get an offer, and there's a new, because the cards I got are new location, but also wait, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So a move is imminent with a new job, not necessarily moving houses, but I'm moving to a new job. But the timing is up to God. There's a few things that have not fallen into place yet. Do you get anything, Leanne? For Mary?
Yeah, I felt the same. I felt the same way. Hi, Mary. I felt like I wanted to say, wait, there's a little bit of reorganizing or planning going on in the background within this organization. I do agree in that you'll get an offer. I also want to ask you, Mary, to be clear on what you're willing to accept financially and what you're not. Because I feel like they're going to give you a number, and I want you to be really clear on what number you want to take moving forward for this job.
Mm-hmm. I do have a range that I wrote down and sent to them, and I hope that they are going to abide by what I suggested. and maybe we could meet in the middle if they're not willing to give me the top range, the top amount in my range.
So what I'm hearing from your guides, Mary, is to take a breath and you get really clear on the number you want and put that out there. Because when you don't have to say anything to them, it's just almost like saying, here's the number I want, that's what I'm going to take, and just allowing yourself to receive that.
Okay, so they'll actually go for the number that I would really like.
Exactly, because I feel like you're giving them a range that they can go to the bottom end of if they want to, or the top end. Whereas if you get solid and clear, you can say, here's what I want, here's my number, and create that.
Yes. And I think that I'm worth the number that I would like to ask for.
Yes, girl.
I know you're worth it.
Are. You are worth it.
Okay.
I'm glad you got that clarity. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you for your call so much, Mary, and best of luck with that. I know it's all going to fall into place. And as long as you have put out there, definitely stay strong with what you want to ask for. You're worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great.
Thank you,
Mary. Thank you. Many blessings. And we have Sonia from Pennsylvania on the line. Sonia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Is it Sonia or Sonia? I know some people say it differently.
It doesn't matter. You could say Sonia. It's fine.
Okay. So how can we help you?
Yeah, I was calling in for a question about a relationship question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm presently in a relationship with a female. Close to about 4 years now. And I wanted to see, what you were picking up for me.
Well, is there some resentment toward her or misunderstandings? The cards I got are forgiveness and big happy changes. So I'm feeling that she's a mirror of you. She is a soulmate. She's definitely a romantic soulmate. And there are some triggers that are happening that they're designed to help you evolve, because that's what our soulmates do. They trigger wounded areas within ourselves that are beliefs that we have from childhood, and we often think when we're triggered that it's about the other person, but it's really about us. But there are some things. Is there something you haven't forgiven her for, or you're not forgiving?
I mean, honestly, I was just wanted to see what you're picking up as far as where the relationship is headed. It's definitely someone I want to be with, and, she did say that she loved me. And, we've been through a lot of things, but I don't resent her, not at all.
Okay. All right, so how about you, Leanne? Do you have anything that you're getting for Sonia?
Yeah, hi, Sonia. I'm picking up on a little bit of a similar energy with the things I wrote down was and confusion and uncertainty, and whether there's been some back and forwards with, is this the right relationship for me, whether it's from yourself or your partner. And I agree that there's been reactions in the past or triggers where there's been some hurt or upset. And if we bring that hurt or upset into the now, then it has an impact on our now and on our relationship. So whether there's some hurt or pain from past relationships or this current one, I feel like it's impacting your current relationship. And in order for it to move to where you want it to go, you need to be able to let go of that past. Okay. I feel like there's potential in the relationship, but I would say to you, just get really clear on what you want moving forward and be aware of those things that are triggering or making you react out of confusion or uncertainty, because that's your soul asking you, is this what you want?
Okay.
Okay, so I hope that helps, Sonia.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Sonia. Have a great night. So we have Carla from California. Carla, are you there?
Yes. Hi, I'm here. Thanks for taking my call, Leanne and Jishi. Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Hi. So, yeah, I'm in the process of selling my home, and I was wondering what you see around that. Any idea how long it will take? Or
Okay, let me see. What part of California are you in?
I'm in Northern California.
Well, I got set your sights higher, increase your standards, expect more for yourself, don't settle. So I'm not sure if that's your listing price or just in general with accepting good in your life. Are you self-employed?
Yes.
Okay, it does say self-employed. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So it feels like you can go anywhere. They want to shift how you're seeing this from lack and limitation to absolutely the angels can work miracles and send someone great that has that asking price is no problem for. And to release any fear that you have about not selling fully out of your body, mind, spirit, if that makes sense. So that trepidation that you feel and worry, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not actually fearful. Just more curious about the timeline. So,
okay.
No, there's no fear.
Okay, great. Leanne, are you getting anything for Carla?
Yeah. Hi, Carla. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you.
So I was picking up a little bit of a similar energy and saying the answer is yes, it will sell. It may take a little while longer. I feel like there is the same as what she mentioned around there's an issue around price or the agent. So if there's someone that you've got on the property at the moment selling it, I feel like there's a change or a shift needed there. So what I would ask you to do, and one of the things that the angels just threw in, was look at talking to your angels and saying, I give you conscious verbal permission to help me sell this home quickly and easily at the price I'm asking for. So
I talk
I
to them
almost
all the time. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, and I almost want you to repeat that as a mantra when you get a little bit anxious about the when will it sell, because when we get anxious about when it will sell, we're a little bit stuck and a little bit fearful of how long it might take.
Yeah.
So
no, I get
it's
it. It's
let
more
go of
eagerness,
that.
actually. It's just like I know I should be patient, but I just get excited and forward. But it's not fear-based. It's more desire to move forward. Yeah. Just get things going.
So they're just saying work with that. I give you conscious verbal permission to sell my home quickly and easily at the price I'm asking for.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And if you don't, you can always listen to this again if you didn't quite catch that. And anyone who's listening who's in a similar situation can write down that beautiful mantra. We're on, iTunes and all those places, and we're also on iHeartRadio. I forgot to mention that one. We started on iHeartRadio this week. So there are many places you can listen to past archived shows if you didn't get all the information. And so we thank you so much for your call, love, and best of luck to the move, Carla.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Now we have Sororia from Connecticut. Sororia, are you there?
Yes. Thank you, ladies, for taking my call.
You're welcome. I like your name. That's a very unique name.
Thank you. I tell my mom.
Yes, she's a unique woman. So how can we help you, Love?
Wherever Spirit has you to lead me, literally.
You just want general guidance. Okay. So they're kind of alluding that you may be being hard on yourself or beating yourself up a little too much. that you need some more kindness toward yourself. I think you're a bit of a perfectionist. You're hard on yourself. Like, you know, it's fine to be committed to excellence, but you're too hard on you. And then nature is very important for you. You're inside too much. Also, parenting and children. Are you a parent?
Yes, I am.
So this is probably causing you some stress at times. Do you sometimes, this could be. They want you to know, you know, I feel like you're really hard on yourself that you're not failing as a mom, like measuring stuff like that against your kids and stuff. They're saying you're doing a great job. Please stop beating yourself up. That these kids will do things that they're going to do, and they need to fail and make mistakes to grow, and you can't rescue them from that. But you set them up with a really great foundation, so don't question that just based on a few mistakes here and there. Or a few, it's sort of like looking for evidence that there's something wrong here. There's always going to be something wrong if we're looking for evidence there's something wrong. So let's look for the evidence of what's right, both in you and in your kids. Look at their amazing science. I would go so far as to do, for example, what our angels do is they only see our higher self. Now, if you start looking at your kids and you only see the man or woman they're capable of becoming, and you see their good character, and you see them making good choices, and you see their wonderful, loving, aware, all these conscious, wonderful people, and you start only noticing that and ignoring kind of like the dark side, so to speak, or the character flaws, that other side grows. And this isn't even necessarily, you don't even necessarily have to verbalize that. It can just be a kind of like a shift in your mind of what you're choosing to focus on. And so the harder you are on you, the harder and the less you give yourself permission to be human, then it extends out into the world, your kids and everyone, and no one's doing a good job and da-da-da-da. It's kind of like give yourself and everyone else a break. That's the main message I'm getting. How about you, Leanne?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hi, Saroya. What I'm picking up and I wrote down was what is right about this. And so you spot on with that. And I feel like I want to say self-love and healing is what I'm hearing at the moment for you, and really putting your own needs first and your own desires first. It's almost like I feel my health or my energy gets really low when I give so much to everybody else and I don't allow myself to receive in return. So I want you to be looking at how you can start giving yourself the love, the support, the caring, the nurturing that you need. And I'd love to see you working with some essential oils or some crystals if you're drawn to that. And bringing in your creativity. You're quite creative, but you're not using it. And whether that's journaling or drawing or pictures or mandalas or something like that, I want your creativity flowing.
Yes, I totally do. So I hope that helps, love. Did you get that? Get all that?
Yes, I work with 2 crystals. I work with the tourmaline and the clear quartz. I work with it daily, especially in my work. So thank you.
So lots of self-love and gentleness. And thank you for your call, and have a beautiful rest of your evening. You're doing a great job.
You too. And thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you. And our last caller, we have Gabby from Texas on the line. Gabby, are you there?
Hi, how are you? I'm here.
Good, how are you? How can we help you, love? I love the name Gabby. Is that short for Gabriella?
Yes.
Beautiful. What can we do for you, sweets?
I guess like a job. I'm trying to raise my vibration because I've just been my gifts have been growing lately, and I've been seeing images of guys and just weird memories, and my mood is just starting to drop, and I just started a new job. So I'm trying to push forward. I'm just not sure what to do anymore.
Did you understand that, Leanne?
I only caught some of that, Gabby. So there's some issues around a relationship. Is that correct?
Oh, no. I'm saying my gifts are growing, and I've been seeing like images of guys in my head and just like weird little like memories and messages at night. And I see that I'm starting to become like very solemn lately, and I don't know like how to get out of it because I just started a new job and I'm working on starting my own business, and I don't know. I don't really feel like supported, I guess, like in the physical realm.
Okay. Shishi, do you want me to go there first?
Yeah, I think you can go first. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Gabby, what I'm feeling, when you first started talking, I felt like there was a lot of confusion or uncertainty, and I'm not really sure how to speak up and ask for what I want. Is that normally how you are in life?
Yeah.
Okay.
I became that way lately.
The first thing I want to do is I want to step you out of some of the relationships or connections that you've got around you. I feel like some of the people around you are draining your energy and they're no longer aligned with you. Does that make sense?
That's my job.
I feel like it's confusing, uncertain, and it's not really where you want to be. And you mentioned your own business, but not feeling supported. And when I heard you say that, I heard your guides and your angels saying support in finances, yes. Support physically and emotionally, yes, it's coming. But I want you to stop pushing forward. If it feels hard, I want you to stop, because it means it's not aligned with where you want to go. If you feel tired or drained, I want you to stop and pause and really ask yourself, how is this serving me? How is this moving me to where I want to go? I feel like there'll be some relationships, friendships, connections somewhere there that need tidying up and cleaning out.
Yeah, and I also, Gabby, got shield yourself, so protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So I know your gifts are increasing, but you're really open to anything. There's so much energies that are affecting you, and you need some clarity. So picture a golden white bubble of light around you, and only unconditional love can come in that bubble. And anything that's not that will bounce off of your shield and go back to that person, being, or entity or whatever as unconditional love, because I think that's what's causing the confusion. So you're an empath. You need to learn how to shield and clear yourself. You are very loved and supported. You need to remove, like Leanne was saying, the distractions and the people who are draining you, and cut those cords so that you can get your energy and your connection to source really back and solid, so you can hear your next steps. And you will be guided because you're super, super psychic. You just got a little confused. But you'll be fine. That's what they're saying. So I'm so grateful. Thank you for calling, Gabby. Thank you so much, Leanne, for being a guest today. I love everything about what you're up to. I love your energy. I love who you are. I'm grateful that you were able to join us today all the way from Australia. And the best way to reach you once again is leannethebarefootmedium.com.au. Is that right?
It's thebarefootmedium.com.au.
Oh, sorry, not Leanne. That's a lot of words. The Barefoot Medium, yes, .com.au.
Yeah.
So that's how you can reach Leanne for a more in-depth reading and find out more about her offerings and everything she's up to. Big hugs, Leanne, and thank you everyone for calling and listening in. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I ended up doing all